TV never changes. Welcome to our post-nuclear geeky podcast. We're going to talk about Fallout Season 2 today. Was it good? Was it bad? How many rads did I take from watching it? Less than you might think, unless you're still watching on a CRT. All that and more coming up because I am joined by Eric.
Hi, I'm fixing our vertical stream.
And just Eric. Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Yeah, exactly.
Even my Discord's speaking on.
Oh, good.
All right. Yeah, Fallout Season 2 just ended. It came out on Prime. Oh, I didn't even look up when.
In the end of December.
What is it? So it premiered December 16th, 2025. The remaining episodes released weekly. So we got all that good water cooler talk. I don't know. Eric, did you like that? Did you like it releasing weekly? I think I did.
I was a chump and watched it all when it was done.
Yeah.
I would have watched it, but there was a lot of crap going on in January because, you know, the kids are going back to school and stuff.
Well, It's 9 days before Christmas, right? It is now, what? Quite halfway through February, right? A third through February. So... yeah, I guess you could have binged 2-3 episodes over New Year's or something, but you kind of just had to watch week to week. I know it's just the way streaming platform, like Wonder Man being released all at once, but this being week to week is so weird because they're both they seem like pretty big shows. I mean, Fallout's huge, probably obviously bigger than Wonder Man, but still, like, you think Marvel hasn't had anything coming out, so why not release Wonder Man week to week?
True. You know what? After watching all of Fallout, I would have liked to be part of the weekly discussions because they definitely brought the intrigue every episode. Mm-hmm. So there was definitely things that they drop little hints of, like they'd be like, hey, look, there's some DLC that you may have played in Fallout 4, or, you know, here's that little bit over here. And like, it was really cool. And then they started adding mutants, right? So, I don't remember
it was very like Lost in that sense, where like every episode had like, oh, what's that thing? That thing's gonna mean something. Lots of what do you call it? Like backseat screenwriting, I guess.
They were dropping Easter eggs and they were dropping little clues for later on episodes. They did a lot of paralleling. There was a lot of it was like poetry. It rhymed.
Oh my God. All right. Well, before we get too deep into Fallout, my favorite thing on this show, let's talk about what's good. So, my fellow Vault Dweller, what's good?
What's good is I reinstalled Grounded 2 because the most recent roadmap DLC came out. It was the Zesty update or something like that. They've I haven't played since, I want to say, October, right before the winter update came out, which sucks because I missed all the snow stuff. But they added a whole new section of the map. The map is still not complete. This is early access.
Right, yeah.
But it's wonderful. It's so hard though. I want to play with people. So it'd be neat. It's a 4-player game, co-op if people want to play. But yeah, it's neat. There's some good expansions. There's new bugs. They added wasps, which are terrifying. And the sound effects are not the not nice for the people who are scared of the bugs and stuff.
Well, you played Valheim. Do you remember the Death Skeetos?
Yeah,
in Valheim, and then you were dead.
They weren't as scary as Death Skeetos. Those were terrifying. And
nothing scarier than it's called a Death Skeeto. How could it be?
The first time I died, I was on a boat because of that, and I was like, well, how am I going to get back to that?
You don't. You don't get your stuff back when you die on a boat.
It made me sad.
If you die in a boat, you die in real life.
This is all just an illusion. It's not real.
We'll just cut this. That's cool. Yeah, I want to get into Grounded one of these days. The problem I think with Grounded is that it is PC and Xbox only.
Yeah.
I don't even think for the Grounded first one is on PlayStation.
It's not. It's only on,
which is wild,
PC and Xbox. Yeah,
because like the Outer Worlds games are, and that's also Obsidian.
Yep.
And I think,
and
I want to say, is it?
They're both Xbox Game Studios as well. So I don't know why.
Well, yeah, Obsidian's owned by Microsoft now.
Yeah.
Which means Fallout New Vegas 2,
or whatever Fallout 5 is.
Everyone, yeah.
Todd Howard was saying that that this season is going to tie into the next game, which I don't know how.
I mean, yes. Like, okay, so I mean, well, let's save that for the end. But like, they've gone to enough places that unless it's back in Washington D.C. or in New York or in Canada, like, or in Europe, there's never been a Fallout. Like, Fallout is very American centric, very Southwest centric, specific until Fallout 3. And maybe Fallout Tactics.
Isn't Fallout 4 in Boston?
Yeah. Bethesda does East Coast Fallout for some reason.
Yeah.
Fallout Tactics was Colorado and I think Utah. I don't know. It's been a while since I've played. Oh, Wyoming. It's Wyoming and Colorado. Because there's a lot of mountains. Anyway, my what's good. See, I thought, well, we'll see. Helldivers 2. Remember Helldivers 2? Remember how much I talk about Helldivers 2?
I love Helldivers 2.
It's back. It's back in POG form. No, it's back, and the cyborgs from Helldivers 1.
It's my controller.
I was thinking about. I saw a Deadpool one that I almost got over Christmas, but I was like, that's too kitschy. I need like.
I'll give you this one.
We got a no. We got a nice one that charges and everything.
I'm giving you this one. No, we can't. That's fine. I'm not gonna.
I'm burning it. No. No, it's yeah, they've just had 3 war bonds in a row. It's been really solid. They got the file size down again. After there's whole thing happened with that. Like, the game's in a really good place. It's running really well. We're about to invade Cyberstan, so there's a real like Quake 2 vibes happening right now. Also, there's an update coming out tomorrow that's bringing the cyborgs back. That's why we're invading. And the cyborgs like are going to be the Helldivers of like they command the robots. So there's some like ARG kind of stuff happening where there's a bunch of creators are kind of working with the developers, it seems, because some of the stuff that's coming out like on the apps and stuff that are like not affiliated have like changed over to like automaton propaganda, because there's been automaton messages in the game that are like, oh, they're lying, Superwit's lying to you, give up, blah blah blah, destroy one true flag, and it's like that's a stratagem. How does that make sense?
Yeah,
because it was basically take these planets before losing a certain number of Helldivers. So right now we're 2 planets, or we're 1 planet technically from the capital, but they just added a tank that's free for everyone.
I want to do that,
but it's 35,000 requisitions, so I've been saving up for that. But now there's stealth missions, and there's a stealth warbond. So the Halo warbond's like even more useful because that has suppressed weapons as well. And those missions are fun. They are hard, but they're very fun. So there's a bunch of new mission types. There's like almost like heist missions, which I love Payday, so I love heist games. So it's just in a really good place. And Battlefield just hasn't really had the updates. It's not really holding my attention. It's getting really sweaty because the people who are still playing are obviously people who just won't stop playing.
Yep.
So like I need a wave of like new players who suck at Battlefield, which we had over Christmas, but it's already fallen off.
Not there's still some. Like I had a really bad team the other
Not
day.
when I'm able to play. like 3 p.m. when everybody's getting home from school.
Home from school. That's the bad time.
I know.
You gotta go when they're
3,
going
4
out
p.m.
to the
That's
bar,
usually.
or when they're not at school. When they're at school.
I try to end my, because I work from home, so I try to end my work day around like 4 o'clock, so that it gives me time to like maybe like chill for like an hour, and then start dinner kind of thing. So anyway, man, I'm really excited. I'm an MO diver, major order diver, and held up. So I'm really excited to be. So I like fighting the bots too, and I was there at the creek. I remember the creek. Those were tough times. So, and I was there when we wiped the bots off the map. It was just Terminids. Those were good times.
I need to get back into it. I really do. I want to play that tank stuff. That looks
It's
fun.
good. The tank is fun, and popping out the side and shoot. Oh, it's really good. Bring a shield. All right. So I know I've been doing a lot of puns. I'm going to keep doing the puns. I don't care.
All the
I
puns
love
are great.
Fallout.
Yeah.
Like, it's like Metal Gear Solid, Fallout. Those are like my top things. So let's open the vault. Let's check our Pip-Boys and talk about Fallout. So we won't get into spoilers yet. So I want to talk about just your general thought, your overall general thoughts about the season. Did you like it? Did you, like my greatest sin for things is always like, could it have been better? So yeah, where are you at on this? Because I feel like it's gotten a pretty lukewarm ending.
I liked it a lot. I like that it's expanding. I like New Vegas, so I like that they were heading towards it. I like the factions that they started introducing. Like I like the Roman Legion. They didn't do the cons as much, but they were at the beginning. They're called the cons, right? Yeah, the cons.
The great cons, yeah.
Yeah. So I really like this season. I like the evolution of Lucy. I like seeing her get like drugged up, because that was a big part of Fallout.
Dude, someone wrote on the sub, because the surge of people playing the old Fallout games has been huge because of these, especially because there's certain things that are leading back into the original Fallouts. Like there was stuff in the first season that was like, when it was in the same area, but they didn't talk about it. They didn't really talk about Vault 13, Vault 15. They talked about the Boneyard this season, which is Los Angeles. But they didn't. There wasn't a lot of overlap. There was some stuff similar. Like obviously this season we have water chip issues, right? So I don't know why, but somebody was like, "Oh, I can't like win this fight," and they were like, "Take this drug, take that drug." And Fallout 2, they're very available. And somebody was like, "Wow, thanks for telling me to take all those drugs." It worked. I was like, "Oh God!" In any it's one of those things like with Crusader Kings, it's the same thing where it's like you cannot say these things, you cannot take them out of context. They become terrible things to say. But yeah, I did like that. I did like seeing, like when certain things happen, you hear the level up noise, which has been the same since the first game. I like those little things. There's been a lot of Easter eggs, but I also think that is not sustaining what needs to happen for this show to be as good as it was last season.
That's interesting. I think that they're sprinkling in those Easter eggs, but they are building, like they are filming this for the general audience, and I think it's accessible enough for people that don't play the games to watch. Like it's not so lore heavy that people are just like, who the fuck is the Commonwealth? Obviously they don't know what the Commonwealth is because they didn't really explain it, but they did make it seem like there is this other entity that the Brotherhood is afraid of.
Well, that's what I worry about, is that there is a lot of hinting this whole season of this other faction, this other faction, this other faction, this other faction. It's like, okay, well, what about them? Oh, well, they're over there and they're scary. Okay. Are we going to say and not show? Because this is a visual medium.
Yeah. I mean,
and it never works to be like, yeah, those guys are really scary. And then what happened? Like, it's like, oh, power armor, you're so tough. And then people are getting killed in power armor. You're like, maybe show it working well first before you know what I mean? Like, because the Commonwealth guy, everyone's so worried about the Commonwealth guy. Not a problem.
Not now. That was definitely a build to next season, right? Because the Commonwealth.
That's the problem I have.
Yeah, that is your.
Everything is a build to next season. Yeah. Everything here was a drop of is that going to happen? No. 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 Okay.
Yeah, I think
next season
is common.
Next season, all of that's going to happen. That's going to be a lot.
Well, they have. Yeah, I know. Well, they're going to have the Commonwealth versus the Brotherhood next season. They're going to have Lucy and the Knight Maximus doing the Las Vegas thing, and then we're gonna have 3 separate storylines instead of 2.
I mean, are Lucy and Maximus going to stay in Vegas? I guess what
they're not going to go to Colorado. They don't know where the dude guy went, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm ambivalent on this season. I'm not like I liked it as it was going, but by the end I'm like, there's not enough payoff here. It felt like all build to me. So, because the question is like, if people have watched season 1 and they haven't watched season 2, should they watch season 2? I think you can wait. Unless you're part of the discourse, I think you can wait. I don't think there's any rush.
I don't think there's a rush to it. I like this season a lot. Although I thought it was weird. Well, we'll get into it later. There are a lot of things that just sort of happened, like you were saying, I guess, near the end. That were just like, here, well, we're gonna get this ready for next season. I don't know. Like,
it felt very Marvel of them to be like, oh, but you're gonna have to stick around now because if you want to know what actually happens, if all this, it's like, just finish one story.
I assume this show is doing
finish
well.
one story.
Like that, like we're.
Oh,
like,
I think so.
I think season 1 was like a good 10, like a solid 10 for a season. Like I liked.
Well, it literally got people back playing Fallout 4. It got people to playing Fallout 76. It got people to playing into the originals who haven't.
This one got me to
I think 76,
like Las Vegas, like I or New Vegas.
New Vegas, yeah.
I reinstalled it just because
I had some friends like as soon as this season started, they reinstalled New Vegas. Yeah. Like I'm not in any Fallout Reddits. But all my feed has been Fallout Reddits. It's like because there's like 30 because there's one for each game.
Yeah.
And then there's like a general Fallout Reddit, and then I'm in the like general the classic Fallout, and there's a lot.
Yeah. I don't know.
There's probably a low sodium Fallout. All right. Yeah. So you liked it. I think people can wait. I did enjoy it, but I just don't think it sort of stuck the landing. So now we're gonna go full spoilers. So if you haven't watched the season and you want to, and you don't want to hear about all this stuff, go watch it and come back. Head over to YouTube, youtube.com / Geeks with Kids or something. I don't know. We probably don't even have that domain. Just go to geekswithkids.ca and then you can watch the YouTube there. That works really well. Anyway, okay, so I guess we can go through the different storylines.
Yeah.
Well, so let's start with, I guess, what we expected to be the main storyline of the season, which was like basically the war for New Vegas, which I feel like was really more of like a very short skirmish.
It wasn't even a war for New Vegas. It was like the hobbits going to like the mines.
It's like the hobbits fighting some trolls.
No, they walked to Moria, the mines of Moria, and that's where they got there. That's where we are.
They didn't even go inside yet.
Yeah, because
the Fellowship isn't even. They haven't opened the door.
The fight with the Death Claws was that water creature right before the door. That's what this is.
So the Watcher in the dark. Okay.
Yeah. Like they didn't even get to the meat of the underground.
Yeah, like we don't know. I mean, and I don't think we need to know where the Death Claws came from. There's a bunch of different explanations. People are like, it's the Enclave. I mean, there's Death Claws all over New Vegas. Something I liked about New Vegas is that they made the creatures the most dangerous things.
Those scorpions.
The Rad Scorpions never stop being dangerous. It was a very cool fight, and I'm really happy because actually that was one of my questions about Maximus. It was like Maximus is straight up a hero of the wasteland. Like he's trying to do good. The second he saw somebody who was going to hurt somebody else, namely those ghoul kids.
Yeah. Which
is kind of a funny Fallout thing. It's because like you usually in Fallout 1 and 2 you can, but since like Fallout 3 and on, like you can't hurt kids. You can't hurt them. Bethesda doesn't like that, which fair enough. Him braining Kumail Nanjiani, who I thought was like too cool to be his character.
I don't know. I liked him. I liked him a lot, and it was weird that they brought only one person from the Enclave there, or the Commonwealth. Sorry,
like the Commonwealth Brotherhood. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
it was such a waste of him. I was so excited to see him this season. He was in like 2 episodes.
Yeah, it's like the way he was in Star Wars, where I'm like, oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Like maybe after what happened with Eternals, he doesn't want to like be too invested in something. He's like, I'll just be in an episode,
Don't
man.
break my heart again.
Oh god. Give him something, just because he's so good. He's so fun, and he's a good actor. So like Maximus, I think he's a hero of the Wasteland. But does the Wasteland deserve Maximus?
I mean, does the Wasteland deserve some good in it? Well, they have Lucy, and now they have him. I think they do. I think
Yeah,
they,
but Lucy's becoming less of a good person, isn't she? Like,
but her effects on everyone that she's met has been good, right? There's that creepy lady from the first season that we see talking to the group of
the rad, the
yeah,
oh,
the roach farmers in the
yeah,
elevator.
yeah,
Like she's better than she was last season. Like
yeah.
Lucy seems to have this effect on people.
But
Even
Lucy doesn't know that,
yeah, that's true.
right? So it's weighing on her, probably.
And even Coop is feeling better or being nicer. Like I don't know. I think her and Maximus together will be a force for good in the wasteland. And
Hmm.
they're like they've dealt with shit already now. So I feel like together they're gonna do good things, or I don't think they're gonna get corrupted. Well, maybe a little bit, but not too much. Plus, they're gonna probably have to look for her brother. I don't know.
Hmm.
I don't know. I do think there's good for him. He also remembers a time when there was good people. He said that in like
Hmm.
the last episode.
Well, it's interesting because they are both like she spent time in Shady Sands. Like
Yeah,
he's from Shady Sands.
yeah.
Some people, there's a theory that Janie, Coop's daughter,
Hmm.
was his mom. That timing doesn't make any sense at all
I mean,
unless she was just randomly let out of her crowd chamber and out into Shady Sands at that time. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
that
it
would be
doesn't.
wild and weird. I mean, it's gonna be weird. They're gonna what? They'll probably start filming sometime this upcoming year. It might come out in December again or
Mhm,
early next year. This at least has come out yearly since it came out,
mhm.
which is nice. But the daughter's not gonna be that age anymore, right? So she's gonna be a lot older.
Oh, the
The
actress. Yeah, you're
actress.
saying she'll be. Yeah.
So that would make sense. Like if she came out early,
Well, I don't think they'd be too precious about recasting either. You
that's
know what I mean?
that's fair.
Like, because we don't know that Coop got her into the pod. You know what I mean? Like, we don't, there's so many things we don't know, and there's so many things, and they go, oh, yeah, she went into the vault and she didn't go into the pod for another like 4 years. And now she's 12. You know what I mean? Like,
Or Barb got
whatever.
him out early or something. I
Yeah, there's no way to know anything. Like, because they specifically didn't show them in the pods, which
yeah.
of course everyone's like, oh, that means they're not in the pods, which ended up being true.
I mean, they could have been there and left the like. How did they get the little postcard there though? Right, like these are
Yeah, it's really weird to be like oh, like I something I hope that because he said in the first season, right? He said Bakersfield, which is probably why he's a ghoul because Bakersfield's vault specifically didn't close properly, so it let in radiation. They all turned into ghouls. Um, which would be interesting because that would essentially mean he's almost certainly one of the ghouls from Fallout 1 in the Boneyard or the Necropolis, sorry. And then if they go to Colorado, Colorado is where a lot of Fallout Tactics is set. So I wonder if they'll show us some stuff from Fallout Tactics because a lot of Fallout Tactics was fighting robots and brains in jars. Colorado is, I think it's actually Cheyenne Mountain, which is not in Colorado, but that's in Wyoming, I think. And that's where Stargate is supposed to be, right?
yeah.
That mountain in Fallout Tactics specifically, is where like all of the smartest people ever, their brains were all put in jars, and they're controlling like a robot army, and that's the end game. Is like you decide what to do, is like kill them all or leave them because they've been in brains in jars for like 200 years. But they're
I
all
need
like
to play this
super
game.
smart scientists. It's Fallout Tactics is really good.
Is that on
It's
Steam?
probably it's almost certainly on GOG.
Yeah.
It's really interesting because it's not a role playing game. It's a tactical game, so you can be really stealthy, and you can decide like things for the Brotherhood. Like if you want to let super mutants in, if you want to let ghouls in, if you want to kill super mutants and ghouls, if you want to let robots in.
It is on Steam, and I already own it.
Well, there you go. I was actually oddly enough because both my brothers and I like the reason I know Fallout. You know, I was only 9 when Fallout 1 came out. But my brothers played the Fallout games, and I was the first to beat Fallout Tactics because I think we got it over March break, and I just played every day while they had to like do stuff.
That's fun. I think my first one was Fallout 2.
I think it was for a lot of people.
Fallout
It
3.
was.
Yeah.
I love 2. 2's still one of my favorite games.
98. Yeah, that seems about right.
So yeah, there's a lot of supposition happening, and there's a lot of great theories out there. Some of them, and I think that's what for a lot of people has been really fun, is just trying to figure out what's going to be next, trying to figure out what it could be, and like trying to tie it to different things. All right, so I don't know. What do you want to talk about next? We talked about Maximus a little bit, talked about Lucy a little bit.
I do like going back to Maximus. I like that he has always had this knight virtue, right? He's from being rescued as a little kid. He's always upheld this ideal, and I don't. He has it in his mind that that knights are supposed to be this, but they're never that. I've never seen a honest knight in Fallout that I can remember.
The brother, it's something that people often get mixed up, and it's something that I think made a mistake in Fallout 3 is making the Brotherhood of Steel good guys. So the Brotherhood of Steel were inspired by the Canticle of Leibowitz, which is about a monastery order after the apocalypse who are just trying to collect books. And instead, they're trying to collect technology. But what that also means is the Brotherhood of Steel think they're the only ones who should have technology because of what happened. So they think their hands are the best hands. But they also, because they become so incestuous, like passed down, that's where you get people like Quintus. Right? Because there's nothing about the Brotherhood that says you have to hate mutants, you have to hate ghouls, you have to, like, it's just if you're not a member, right? But and if you play Fallout 1 and 2, they're super closed off.
Yeah.
Like, they're barely in Fallout 1. And Fallout 2, you have to work your ass off to make them like you.
Yeah.
But they're all over. They've got hidden little bunkers they've taken over. Like, you immediately meet them in not Klamath, but the Den, which is the second city you typically go to in Fallout 2. And that guy doesn't let you into that thing until like near the end of the game.
Yeah.
Because they're a secret society basically. And it would be cool to see, like, I'd love to see a flashback for the Brotherhood of like Maxon starting the whole thing. But yeah, they're not good guys, and he's a good guy because he's from Shady Sands. Yeah. Right? Because Shady Sands is like insulated, and that's basically where the good people are in Fallout 1.
Yeah. Man, where was I going with this? And it's weird, like you talk about how they're supposed to revere technology and, you know, be hoarders of it. But in this season, we see them like finding all this technology and just blowing the shit out of it. Like, it was so wild to see them do that. I was like, wouldn't they be studying that? And I'm like, I don't know. Or at least holding it. Like, it was a full, like the full cars and like all of the.
Yeah, it's I think it's partly inspired by the US military's doctrine of like, if they leave gear behind in a war zone, they destroy it so it doesn't fall into enemy hands. I think that's all it is that like they literally go, if we can't have it, nobody can have it.
Yeah.
Like, they're just like, oh, we're gonna take our toys and go home. But like, they're not enemies of anyone.
No. Although it's
the weird thing is
they're gonna be enemies of the Commonwealth.
Well, they fought the NCR, they fought the Enclave, they fought, you know, all kinds of, but the whole thing is that they shouldn't be fighting wars. They're like, the idea that like they're gonna have a civil war is like wild. That they have enough people to have a civil war is kind of wild.
Like, there was a lot of, like, when they started gathering the groups, I was surprised at how many people were there. Like, that was,
well, they've had quite a while, like since Fallout 1 is like 21 something. Yeah, 22 something. And now we're in like
9 years
23.
This is 9 years after New Vegas, so
yeah. Like, we're quite ahead into the future in the Fallout universe. It's not, Fallout 1 I think is like 150 years after the bombs dropped,
and this is 2 something, right?
Yeah. So a lot has happened. Which is sort of useful because a lot of the characters who aren't the people like Harold, right? And like, I want to see Marcus show up. I'd love to see Marcus show up, and he could because he's a super mutant. They're basically immortal in terms of their longevity. Same with ghouls, which is fun. It basically makes them dwarves and elves to me. Like, it doesn't matter what you do in a fantasy setting, you have dwarves and elves somehow who just get to live forever.
I do wonder how the super mutants are going to play into next season, because Ron Perlman seemed to be setting up something a lot. And I don't,
Of course.
and I don't think that he played the same, because he's also the president, right? And I don't think that superhero.
No, that's Clancy Brown.
Oh yeah, it was Clancy Brown. My bad.
Oh,
My bad. It was
you've watched them too quickly.
Mr. Krabs.
You've got the brain sickness.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, Ron Perlman, like the voice of Fallout 3, I want to say. He was
Ron Perlman since Fallout 1 is the one who says war never changes.
Was he the first one?
He was just on a podcast recently where he said he got $40 in his sandwich to say
I did hear that.
he did the intro for Fallout 1, then he did 2, and then he's done it ever since.
Yeah.
He was pretty sly in that interview because a lot of people talked about it right before the season came out, and he was like, "Oh yeah, he got $40 in a sandwich, and he doesn't know anything about Fallout, and he's blah blah blah," and then he's in the fucking season.
Yeah, I think in that thing he said that he started playing it recently. So I wonder if that's because of this game.
I don't like Ron Perlman's like 70 years old. I don't care if he's a gamer. Like the idea that like you have to play the game.
I think he wanted to.
It's like the actors.
Yeah, that's fair. Oh, he's such. Yeah.
He's been on. I'm really happy. I'm happy he's in there. I'm glad he gets a real role, and I think it's obviously it's a perfect role for him.
Mm-hmm. And then he's gonna have a big like stone fist. Yeah. That's how you broke out the pole. Yeah. Oh, I hope we see a variety. I don't have to see a giant.
Well, they tend to be green.
Yeah, but like
they tend to be green, hulkish.
I do want to see like the variations. Right.
Like a behemoth, even? I bet they'll do a behemoth.
Yeah, I don't mind seeing a behemoth as long as it's not overused. Yeah. Like the bloaters in Last of Us, like you can only do it like once, maybe a season.
Yeah, it should be like, maybe that's what's going to fight Liberty Prime.
Oh God, yes, I forgot about Liberty Prime. That was cool. That was a cool little Easter egg.
I don't need another show to do like a giant person fighting a giant robot.
It could just be in the background. As the Commonwealth is attacking the Brotherhood, I guess.
It's one of those things where like, oh my God, that'd be amazing. And it's like, I don't like Fallout 3. New Vegas is fine. I've never played Fallout 4. I've never played... I think I've tried 76. I like the OG Fallouts. So like anything that has to do with that new stuff, I'm like, I don't really care. I don't care about Liberty Prime. Why is there a giant fucking robot? Like... because somebody said, well, like at a certain point you stop being your own thing and you start going, oh, we should have this too, and we should have this too. And it's like, what makes a setting good is sticking to what makes that setting good. Like Fallout has like irradiated flora and fauna, it has super mutants, it has ghouls, and like that's as far as you need to go. And then like obviously robots, and the robots are inspired by like the weird robots of like 1960s and 70s TV, like Doctor Who and stuff like that. Like you literally get K9, which is Doctor Who's companion in Fallout 2. You can get like the robot from oh my God, why can't
Lost
I think
in
of
Space.
it? Lost in Space. That's you, and you can put Skynet in it in Fallout 2.
I mean, so Liberty Prime, I don't think it's going to be a big thing. I think it's also going to be a small thing. Like a small, like they'll build up to it and it's going to be in the last episode. Although I still don't know how this battle is going to work out in my brain because the Commonwealth is East Coast. That means what? Are they going to go to the West Coast and like lose control over the East? Like
it literally doesn't make any sense. Like to spend the resources to do that. That's what Fallout Tactics is basically about. Is that there's an expedition sent out and it's lost, and you're trying to find that expedition basically, because so many resources were put into it. They're like, we can't just lose an airship. And if I'm not mistaken, Fallout Tactics is what did and that's not a canon game. I don't think it would end up being canon. I don't think they'll canonize it. They might canonize certain elements of it.
They've always been touching upon stuff. Like we got to see Operation Anchorage, but from a different point of view this season, which I thought
was cool. That was really interesting. And like the whole thing with the Death Claws and like House doesn't know about the Enclave and stuff like that. But it feels so weird because like, how does House not know about the Enclave? That means he's never had any contact with like San Francisco.
Or he just didn't tell them the truth. Right? Which like, House could also...
There's a group of people in San Francisco in Fallout 2 who have a fucking space shuttle, and their plan is to like go to the moon.
Yeah. Are we gonna
Doesn't work out for them.
I mean, we saw one.
The Wanamingos? Because there's two different aliens, right? There's in Redding, which is a uranium mine, I think, in Fallout 2, there's Wanamingos, which are literally just xenomorphs.
No, I'm talking about the little gray ones that they introduced in like Fallout 3.
Why can't I think of it? Zeta, something Zeta,
something like that. They showed it.
Where you basically zap Canada in that.
Yeah, they had one in the fridge, right? When they found.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So
that's right.
I don't know. I don't want aliens in this.
I think Fallout is its best when it like kind of winks at you, but doesn't go full
Fallout.
You know, like the at the beginning of New Vegas when you can find Indiana Jones' skeleton in the refrigerator.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
The Ark of the Covenant somewhere in there too.
You can in Fallout 2, you can go in. There's a portal which is from a Star Trek episode that's from the Edge of Eternity, I think, and it takes you back to Fallout 1 where you break the water chip.
That's funny.
Stuff like that. So like obviously a lot of stuff, and like there's the Bridge Keeper from Monty Python in Fallout 2. Fallout 2 has a lot of references, which is one of the reasons I love it.
Yeah.
Fallout 1 was a little less tongue in cheek, a little more straightforward. Since then they've kind of done stuff, but once you start like going with Transformers, you've kind of lost the plot of Fallout. Of like Liberty Prime, you're talking Optimus Prime. That's not a weird wacky 1960s 1950s property.
Yeah.
Like Tim Kaine has a great YouTube channel. If nobody's seen it, it's Timothy Kaine on YouTube, and he's one of the original creators, and he was the game director of the first Fallout game. Worked a little bit on Fallout 2, and then left Interplay because crunch. And now he's made like the Outer Worlds, and I think he was a consultant on Outer Worlds too, but wasn't like the director. But he had like a Bible basically that was like, we got to make this stuff like kind of wacky, not like, and not current. Like the leather jacket's looking like the Road Warrior. Like that's a style, but that's not a gameplay thing, right? That's not a story thing. Like there's so many things that I feel like they've kind of lost the plot on, and the show has definitely done a good job of sticking to that kind of stuff where like the robots look like the silly robots, right? They don't look like having synths. Like that's wild. And like there's so many theories people have for this show about like, oh, that person's this, that guy from the Commonwealth was the synth, and it was like, what does it matter? Like, okay, I guess, but what does it matter? You know what I mean? And now we have like mind control, and that's another thing where I'm like, this is like crazy. It's too far. Of like, you're just gonna put mind control out there.
I like the idea of making humans into robots because it sort of fits the Robco, at least from Fallout 3 and 4, how they wanted to, put brains into robots and stuff. I'm interested in see where it goes. I hope it doesn't just I hope it's like sleeper cells. You know how they had like the Manchurian candidate. I want that type of thing.
Well, that's the worry is now no one you like anyone can be anything in the show. Yeah. Right? Because he's like, oh, they're already out there, and they have €200 per. Okay, so you can do whatever you want now. You just wrote yourself carte blanche to do whatever you want, and you can explain it away with mind control. That's lazy writing.
I mean, how would you not notice a giant box on the back of someone's neck? Well,
no, because they made them smaller.
But he's the one who made it smaller, right? He's the one who fixed. I don't know. We'll see. I want to ask you a question, though.
Sure.
One of the storylines I really liked was Norm's storyline, where he was with the executive branch or the executive
Buds assistants. They're not even they're executive assistants, I guess. Yeah. I think it was interesting at the start because it seemed like they didn't really know what to do with him, and they were like, let's get him out of the vault. Like, okay, so he's out of the vault, and then they go, what do we do with him now? I don't know. These people are going to figure him out, and then they all just die, and he's basically where he was at the start, except now he's not in a vault.
Yeah. Well, he's also.
But as far as I can tell, why can't he go back into the vault if he wanted to?
I don't think he could.
There's no point.
He doesn't know where it is. He came out of a different area.
No, that's what I mean. But he could climb back down that ladder and go back in there.
Then he'd be stuck.
He'd be stuck again, presumably. But I don't know. Like he's not like.
He's also trying to find out what phase 2 is, which is the the super
FEV
mutant,
stuff,
which is the mutant.
it's just another thing that like people see. Oh, FEV, and like how many people are not going to remember that in a year from now?
Yeah, well, most people until they did the
Like
recaps.
showing a super mutant, I feel like was enough, but I feel like this season's been a little bit Netflixized. Of like, you could make sure you tell the plot 4 times.
Yeah.
Like overall, what happened? I need some acoustic foam. Most people want to be the hero when playing Fallout. Dave's brother immediately chose to be the slaver in Fallout 2 to make it. Yeah, it is a good way. It's actually a bad way to make money in Fallout 2 is being a slaver. You're better off stealing from people and then selling it back to them, which also works in most Fallout games.
So you want to know what happened this season? Is that what you're going with? Lucy went to New Vegas to get her dad. Her dad erases his memory. Coop goes to New Vegas to find his family. Doesn't find them. They go to thing.
Norm is out of a vault.
Yeah, Norm came out of a vault. Has a girlfriend now, maybe.
Chet found out that a guy disappeared, and now the overseer's locked herself in the thing, and her being Canadian hasn't mattered yet. You know what I mean?
It
like,
shows
there's some
why
jokes in there.
It shows why she's so paranoid, though, right? Like she's been fighting all the way just to get. Oh no, did it freeze? Oh no, you froze for a second. So she's like her last talk with her mom about. Don't look at them as as Canadian or look at them as Americans. So she's always not trusted everyone she's been around, and she's just been trying to keep herself safe. And the best way to keep herself safe was to be part of Vault-Tec. Like I'm looking forward to seeing.
Arguably, she's probably working for House, if anyone, because she got a job at the Lucky 38, and there's no way she would have got a job there if he wasn't like aware of some things. Maybe she's that good of a sneak. I guess we'll find out. But it's just that like if you look at overall, it feels like the clock moved 1 minute. Like nothing. Like the Legion. Okay, so the Legion was paused. Now the Legion's not on pause. The NCR was paused. Now the NCR is not on pause. Hank was almost certainly calling the Enclave. They were spread thin, so they only had the 2. And then, but now that guy's gone, they can all show up. Okay. Nothing like it felt like all of that could have happened in like it reminded me of Loki season 2, where it was like, oh, all that could have happened in like a 90-minute movie.
I could see that.
Everything you did could have been condensed. I get that a certain amount of it is like nice, and you get nice moments and you get cool things, and like you get to draw it out and like have more stuff for actors to do. But man, there's a lot of stuff that happened that could probably have just been cut.
The stuff that I really liked that was added was all the stuff with Barb. Like I liked finding out that she wasn't a bad person and that she was actually part of the, the plan to destroy everything. Or not destroy everything, but to like save people, and how Coop made her like not take the fall with him.
It's interesting because the things that we miss, I feel like, are the things that are important. Like he calls her a monster, and then the next time you see them, they're fine. Try calling your wife a monster.
But he calls her a monster, and then that's when she takes out the thing and they have the talk, right? Like I feel like things are not as straightforward in the order. Like I'm sure lots happened in the between, but it does seem like she did win some trust after, talking about, because he met the president after that, after he called her a monster. Like all of that stuff happened before they got arrested.
Yeah,
he got arrested. I am
intrigued. Saying episode 1, season 1, the Enclave were trying to do mind control with dogs. Hank was probably calling the Enclave to tell them that he's perfected it. Yeah, 100%. That's not a doubt. Hank is definitely like an Enclave plant. Yeah. I think Stephanie is probably a House plant. The fact that House still doesn't know who, I just don't understand how House hasn't figured out who the Enclave are, simply because Fallout 2 happened.
I think he does.
At the end of Fallout 2, even if you don't know um anything about, like, even if you don't follow certain things that happen in Fallout 2, the ending of Fallout 2 is that a oil rig is nuked off of the coast of the United States. Mr. House doesn't know about that.
I'm sure he only played the cards that he needed to for Coop. Right?
So he, like, because he thinks Coop could be Enclave, maybe he's that paranoid, I guess.
I mean, House is sort of paranoid.
It's just weird because he's so straightforward about so many things, about like how he hates the Brotherhood and thinks they're dumb, and then but he's not willing to be like, yeah, so there's this group called the Enclave, or he somehow doesn't know, like someone that smart. It's not that early. I'm not talking about House when he's alive, right? I'm talking about after the war. After the war, he still doesn't know who the Enclave are. The Enclave have been active on both the East and West Coast at this point. Mm-hmm. Not hidden. Like, there was literal radio propaganda from an AI president in Fallout 3.
Yep.
Henry Eden is an AI in like a very Metal Gear Solid style. Harcroft thinks that House is really Yes Man in disguise. Probably.
I could see that.
But Yes Man still also doesn't know. Like, not like the NCR is in Fallout 2. It's the same NCR. Shady Sands is called the NCR in Fallout 2. Mm-hmm. That news didn't travel in the past 50 years or whatever it is since Fallout 2. I don't get it. I don't think it's a plot hole. It's just like, it feels obtuse to me.
I mean,
and it's not like a choice. Fallout 1 and 2, the games do not have a split ending like New Vegas and 3D. It's not a choice at the end. This is what happens. Frank Horrigan and the president die on a Poseidon oil rig in the Pacific Ocean. Like, that's what happens.
I also think of it as this. Like, if they didn't say that he didn't know who the Enclave was, there wouldn't be that mystery to it for next season. So I feel like it might be part of the, they don't want to have to explain what the Enclave is, because that's going to take up more of the time that we have, or what limited time.
I feel like you can drop the name and then let people,
ooh, what's that?
Because Coop does not care. Also, Coop doesn't know.
I mean, do we know if he doesn't know? I don't know.
It's hard to say.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to actually let's talk about Coop the Ghoul, because it's interesting. I don't know if people really call him the Ghoul. He's basically the man with no name as the Ghoul, right? So like nobody really says anything. But it was this season when he's on that pole and you think he's going to go feral, and he's like, "My name is Cooper Howe." He starts doing the mantra, or mantra, so that we. I do like the joke that some people went, "Oh my God, that's Coop." Like they had no idea this. Somebody, dude, I saw Tropic Thunder in theaters, and at the end, somebody went, "That was Tom Cruise." Like,
that was me. To be fair, I did not recognize him in the movie.
People. It's like, I don't know. He's red. He doesn't look the same. He doesn't have any hair, right? Like,
he was fat. He had I don't know.
he had fat hands. I've never seen Tom Cruise dance.
Yeah, me neither. Well, no, yeah, you have. I have. Anyway, Coop. What about Coop? Sorry.
Well, obviously his journey, he's softening, right? Because his time with Lucy, which happens rather quick. I feel like the stuff with him and Lucy happens rather quickly, because it was the midpoint of the season, basically, right, where they have their falling out. When she punches him out a window.
She's also on drugs.
It's also, but also, are we going to learn more about them just shoving like a uranium or plutonium rod inside of him?
Yeah, I was wondering about
that. Like, is he supercharged?
Or is it like a one-time use?
I don't, in a radiated stim pack? I don't know.
Yeah.
Just so many unanswered questions, which is what drives me. I think at the end of a show, you should have like 3-4 unanswered questions. This show is like, okay, we're gonna hint at the Enclave, we're gonna hint at the Commonwealth, we're gonna hint at whatever the hell's in Colorado, I guess.
Yeah.
We're gonna hint, like, even after, is House dead again? No. There's a flicker there, like, oh my God, there's a flicker there.
Always alive.
Oh God.
I do wonder if we're
actually Captain, I am Swiss.
I wonder what a non-Fallout fan wonders about the show, or if it's like if it's too much or too little, or like if they saw it as less. That's what I'm wondering. Like, are we overthinking it just because we are fans of the franchise? Yes,
It's one of those things that I'd say to my partner was like, because we're fans of the thing, we're overly critical, and we're like, also we like to pick things apart. Like we enjoy picking things apart. So
true.
I guess I don't know. It's that I feel like it could have been better. It could have done more. That's why I get upset with it.
I thought they would have gone to New Vegas way sooner. Like, we saw it in the distance. I thought that journey was going to take way less time.
I mean, Hank's journey took less than an episode. He was literally already right at the end of season 1. He goes, New Vegas in the distance, like a day's walk or whatever. And then at the start of season 2, he's just
golf
in New Vegas. Yeah,
I expected more in New Vegas and around New Vegas. Like, that's what New Vegas was, right? You spent time in there and you spent it around the area. Like, we got the Lord of the Rings. We got the walking there, and then they got there.
Walk.
Like, I'm not dissing Lord of the Rings. I love Lord of the Rings, but that's sort of what they did in this. This was the journey there. It wasn't the New Vegas season. That sounds like it's going to be next season, which is not what I expected. Because I want next season to be the Colorado season.
I think, yeah, I liked that idea that they might do like the first season is like Fallout 1 and 2. Well, Fallout 2 doesn't really have anything in LA. It's more north. And then Fallout, well, there's no Fallout 3 basically. Although people like to draw parallels because they think like, oh, Lucy's looking for her dad, which makes her like the lone wanderer, right? Norm, I guess, is supposed to be like maybe the Fallout
4 guy, where his family died.
Maybe I don't know. And like presumably someone's going to send a water chip out. So does that mean Chet's going to be the Fallout 1 kind of protagonist, like archetype? I actually think I think that's incidental. I think if anything, we're looking more at like the Wizard of Oz, where Lucy is Dorothy, and the ghoul is the Tin Man because he doesn't have a heart, and Maximus is maybe the Cowardly Lion, and then
I think
literally Thaddeus is falling apart, so he's the Scarecrow. I guess
I thought Norm would be more of the Cowardly Lion. He finds his courage. He's finding his courage.
Well, yeah, but Thaddeus
he's gonna
also fits that, doesn't?
Yeah.
I don't know. I have no idea who's going to join what. Like, it's a lot of threads to. He does. Why wasn't Maximus armed with an actual projectile/energy weapon and that fucking power armor?
Special effects money. I mean,
I feel like
he only flew once, right?
Yeah. Because they thought it'd be cool to have some rocket pods for some reason. I think I have a good reason why. The NCR is probably not capable of replicating things like lasers and energy weapons yet. But what's our favorite thing? Hargraf BattleTech. Why do autocannons and rockets and missiles, why are those still used all across even the most backwater planets? Because you can make gunpowder anywhere, but you cannot make lasers and fusion everywhere. So I think they have the capability of making that kind of stuff, making explosives like cordite and stuff like that, but they can't make fusion cores. They can't make high quality lenses for lasers and stuff like that. That won't be their reasoning. that'll be a good one. I mean, I was kind of happy. Maximus didn't even realize he had weapons until halfway through the fight, and it was pretty sick. I thought it was great. I was really happy with that.
That was cute.
I'm really happy with Maximus's journey, but it's so weird that Maximus is kind of just the power armor guy. Of like at the beginning of the season, he had power armor, and then he had to lose his power armor, and then he stole some power armor. Then he had to give up that one because they were going to track it, apparently, which I guess people thought was a reference to Fallout 4 because you can see your power armor on the map.
You leave it. Yeah.
And then then they go, oh, don't worry, you could have better power armor.
Although it was
You could have NCR power
older
armor.
power armor too.
It was older power armor, basically mixed with NCR combat armor.
Yeah.
Because when you in Fallout 2, when you go to the NCR, everybody's got combat armor.
Yeah.
Which is basically just normal military, like modern military kind of Kevlar plates and stuff like that. Just looks sick. So yeah, I don't think Maximus is going to be an energy weapons build at all. I doubt we'll ever see Maximus have like an energy weapon, because he's a big guns guy, he's a melee weapons guy, and he's an unarmed guy. Which I like. I like the idea that like some people have like tag skills. Like Lucy is clearly like maybe barter and persuasion and speech.
Sure. Yeah, speech.
And then Norm is obviously like computers and maybe sneaking. I'm not sure.
I don't know about sneaking.
The Ghoul is obviously small guns.
Yep.
And which small guns in Fallout typically means both like pistols that are not energy based and like long guns like assault rifles, hunting rifles and stuff like that. And then because we have to have a big guns person, so I think that's going to be
him, for sure.
Yeah. So he's going to be using the rocket launchers. He's going to be using the Vindicator and Avenger minigun.
I'm so sad they didn't use the power hammer more. Like they showed it once.
Don't worry, you can get it in Helldivers 2 now. Ghoul used what looked like a laser musket. The Ghoul is using a Gauss rifle. From Fallout 4 styled, unfortunately. Yeah. Not the cool looking one from Fallout 2, which was so good.
Yeah, it was an upgraded 4 for sure.
Yeah, I don't like, it's another thing. I don't like what Fallout 3 and onward did with the style of weapons. They're so blocky.
They do look like they were cobbled together, which, it fits ish, right?
I don't know.
In that,
I don't know.
I like
this shit look real cool in Fallout 2. It's not that I didn't like it. It's just that I wanted more from it.
They could have done more in those 8 episodes. Like,
I think so. I think we could have gotten further in the story.
I think that the journey between, like, the relationship between Coop and Lucy could have happened when they were at New Vegas. It didn't happen during the journey and then the fight. Like, I like the idea of her getting high on drugs, realizing that she can do the VATS thing, and then going forward.
I think Lucy might have like the perception perk, because when she went into that shop and like noticed that there was a naked body all chopped up, and then the guy's clothes didn't fit, and was like, "Are you Sparky?" And he's like, "Yes." And she's like, "Are you sure?" I can go. I'm gonna have to maim you.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's again, it's not that I didn't enjoy, like, I really enjoyed it from week to week, but it's by the end I was like, okay, what did we actually accomplish here?
That's fair.
Right? So maybe I also wonder that because there was so much build, that's the problem with having a build up, is expectations grow. Whereas when you watch it all at once, you don't have time for that build up.
Yeah, that's true.
Because every week we're going, oh my God, they dropped a super mutant. You don't see him again. Oh my God, some Enclave stuff. You don't see him again. Oh my God, the Commonwealth. Nothing happens again, right? Like, we didn't see anything about Quintus after episode 6, was it?
Something like that.
That's the Brotherhood episode, I think?
I think so.
Okay, so we just had like 3 episodes or 2 episodes or something where it's like, oh, that storyline's done. Okay, that seems rather important. The Brotherhood's gonna have a fucking civil war. We're just not gonna talk about that anymore. Like, it's wild.
I do wonder what happened to all the leaders of the Brotherhood. Like it was very much poised to be like just a giant civil war before the whole Commonwealth thing. And I like those actors, the ones playing those leaders.
Yeah, Shao Kahn, man, that's crazy.
Yeah. And the other guy was familiar too, and I don't know why, and I can't find his.
Yeah,
they all, like, there were so many famous people.
I do have a list for if you want to talk about any performances. So I can just run down the list really quick. Ella Purnell is Lucy. Aaron Moten is Maximus. Walton Goggins is the Ghoul / Cooper Howard. Moses Arias as Norm. Francis Turner is Barb. Kyle MacLachlan, of course, is Hank. Dave Register is Chet, which Chet's been pretty cool.
Chet I love.
I want to see more of Chet, but again, it's like, what actually happened?
His
like,
arm
not
fell
a
off.
lot happened there. No, that's Thaddeus. That's Johnny Pembridge. Leslie Uggams as Betty, which I just remembered earlier today. She was Blind Al in Deadpool.
Yeah.
Annabelle Hagen is Steph.
She's phenomenal.
The guy who plays Davy, by the way, his name is Lear Leary.
Okay.
That's okay.
Yep.
He's funny. He's a great part of the show. Reg, aka head of the product of inbreeding support group, is Rodrigo Luzzi. Michael Christopher is Quintus. Zachary Sherry is Woody. Which, man, I think that's another problem. Is like we totally miss Woody. He's so good in Severance, and now it's just like
I don't know. Did he die?
Killed him off screen. Like we have no idea.
What? Yeah, I don't know.
Like I need to see him next season. Whether it's a flashback and he's passed, or if it's like he's still alive. But I need to see like that. I really like that actor.
Yeah, unless he's busy doing Severance.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I mean, I don't think he's in Fallout enough for it to be that big of a deal, and I don't think Severance has such a crazy shooting schedule that he can't probably do both. And then Dane, we barely had Dane. It's Zelia Mendez Jones, who I learned is British.
What? Oh,
yeah, British actor. They have classically trained.
They have an amazing presence on screen. I do like that they were the ones who sort of pushed Maximus to be like the leader or like the hero of the Brotherhood, and then at the end they're like, yo, get the fuck out of here. Just pushing them up. I wonder.
I've read a bunch of theories about that. I don't know. Like, there's just. I think I'm all theoried out is maybe the problem, because it's going to be so long until we get there. Were there any performances that stood out to you?
Man, all of them, to be honest. I know, you know what? I liked Maximus's dad in that flashback episode. That actor was so good. It felt so real when he was, trying to protect this kid and just like showing him how good life could be, and then just to appreciate everything. And then when he's saving his son by putting him into the fridge and that little interaction with his wife, oh man, that was the performance of the season for me. Like that was just so good. Yeah. I feel like this is going to be an unpopular opinion. I thought Macaulay Culkin did a really good job. I liked him too.
I read a lot of people like, what is wrong with his acting, blah, blah, blah. The Legion is not cool.
They're weird. They're supposed to be weird.
The Legion are a bunch of weirdos.
Yeah.
Who are just into the worst part. Like, the Legion is arguably worse than the Enclave.
Yeah.
Like, the Enclave are into awful stuff. They're into world domination. And the Legion's like, what if we crucify people along the way? What if we brutalize people along the way? What if we make people subhuman along the way? Which, to be fair, so the Enclave does that too. Yeah. They use a lot of people as test subjects. Just like awful stuff. And
then they're bad cosplayers
get it.
On top of it.
Yes, like they don't get any of it. They don't know anything about Rome. Like that's the whole thing where he's like Kaiser, and they're like, "Do you mean Caesar?" And he's like, "No, Kaiser." He's like, "No, that's the German way you're saying it." And he's like, "I don't know what you're talking about." It's like they don't understand anything about themselves.
Lucy, and her dismantling all of that right at the beginning should show people how stupid this group is.
It's funny because I wonder if she's going to learn to trust the ghoul at all, even though she completely didn't trust the ghoul at the end, because like he is right when he tells her, like he's like, don't help that woman. She's like, no, she needs help. He's like, those are bad people. Like you think I'm bad? Those people are bad. Don't fuck with them. And then she helps her, and immediately they're like, great. If we don't put you into slavery. We're going to crucify you. And she's like, yeah, that woman you rescued is just a baby making factory.
Yep.
Like, not just awful.
Mm-hmm.
And so I like that they're not cool villains. I like that they suck and they're not, they feel off because they should. Like, the whole point was Caesar is a very intelligent person to an extent and charismatic. And that's why he's able to do what he does, and intimidating. Because their whole thing is based on fear. What's up, Eric? What are you
just looking at stuff. Yep.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to read something from chat. Because Harcraft asks, do you think Legate Lanius is dead? I don't remember who that is. So
I don't remember.
It's been a while since I played New Vegas.
Yeah, that's why I reinstalled it. It's been, what, 15 years?
Yeah.
Good Lord. I was living in Hamilton at the time.
I was living in Welland when it came out. I was in my first college program because it was a very important year because Bad Company 2 came out.
Yeah.
Red Dead Redemption came out. StarCraft 2, Wings of Liberty came out. There was a lot going on then. Giant Right Hand Man of Caesar. Do I think he's dead? Probably then. If the right hand of Caesar, if he didn't become Caesar and you don't see him in that season, I would just wager that person's probably just been killed off screen.
Because they're all the Legion is unified after this mini
is now, yeah.
Right.
Unless they're gonna like cast them next season and get like some really tall big actor who played like the Hound or something. I can't imagine. And if they were that important in the game, I do remember them somewhat from the game, but like to not have them do anything this season seems like either they were going, oh, we don't have time, or which I argued they would have, because they basically had 1-2 people who spoke who were from the Legion, like that woman, and then Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah, yeah. And then there's that one guard that talked to Macaulay Culkin, and then
that's right.
Died.
Yeah. Wow. 3. God,
and
I feel like we had this.
Just one con talked.
One con.
I thought they'd be in here more too.
I don't. Well, I feel like a lot of them are dead after most of New Vegas. Some of the DLC, I feel like you kill a lot of the cons.
I missed.
So
I didn't think I played the DLC. That would
fair.
Explain why.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of good about the season. There's the acting is great. The writing is good. I think it's just too slow. Especially for at the speed of the first season. Like the first season skipped so much stuff. Yeah. Right? Like you just get to places. This season did kind of have a lot of like walking and talking. Mm-hmm. Like explaining things, a little exposition. And then a thing happens. Yeah. A lot of house.
Yep. There was a lot of flashbacks this season, like more so than last season. Which I don't think is a detriment. I do like the flashbacks.
Honestly, I think that's maybe the most interesting stuff overall. Mm-hmm. Because I suspect, because we're not going to have a real resolution at the end of this, right? Because they got to set up another game, and they're going to leave things up to the player factions. So they could go, oh, all of Nevada is now ruled by Yes Man or House or someone, right? And all of California is run by the NCR. Mm-hmm. And then we can go off to Boston again. Like, we can have a Fallout game in, Pennsylvania. We could have a Fallout game in Maine. We could have a Fallout, whatever. We could have a Fallout game, in like the Twin Cities or something. Fallout UK.
Yeah. Didn't that die? Something recently?
No, it came out. No, it's out. I think it's out on GOG. Yeah, but you have to own Fallout 4 to play it.
They gave that away on GOG 400 million times.
So I think that's the issue with this show, is that because a new game will be expected, there can't be a satisfying resolution in the present of Fallout, but the past allows us to answer a lot of questions that we've had since the first game, and allow for some really interesting stuff. And there's no reason you can't slip in a lot of things, like we could have flashbacks to the Master from the first game, to Unity. We can have flashbacks to like the series could end with people running into Vault 13 and watching them generations go by until we get to the Vault Dweller.
Do you see this going for many more seasons, or just?
No, they said I think they're only doing definitely no more than 5.
I don't expect it to go for longer than 5.
I don't know. I mean, they probably could if they wanted to turn it into like an anthology series.
I don't.
But
think so.
it sounds like Jonathan Nolan had like an arc he wanted to tell, and then that was it, which would be nice. I just don't want the show to suffer the way that Westworld suffered.
Yeah,
which was another Jonathan Nolan show.
I love that show so much. I loved it all, even the last seasons. I don't know why.
So I feel like I've been pretty negative, but I still love Fallout.
Right?
I did.
I like this a lot. Like I thought it was really nice. I like that they started showing more creatures. They could have shown way more. No flying creatures.
No blowflies, no cazadors, right?
They gotta add more next season.
Which is like, it is funny because this season really could have been like, oh, you think that's bad? Oh, you think rad scorpion? Like they kind of had like, oh, you think rad scorpions are bad? Oh, here's a death claw. Yeah. Oh, you think a death claw is bad? Here's a cazador. Oh, you think a cazador is bad? Here's a nightkin. Like we could just keep going. They're just like, no, it gets scarier.
Yeah, centaurs have to show up eventually, right?
Yeah, whatever Thaddeus is turning into, who knows? It doesn't make sense for him to be a centaur. No. But I am interested.
Well, like, if he is one of the super mutants, like, turning into one of those, like, they all have weird, like, they don't all have weird ones, but there are weird mutations from them.
Mm-hmm.
I could see him turning green. That'd be awesome if he was, like, a speaking one, not a super dumb one. He's already dumb. But
I don't remember. There might be two-headed super mutants, but the reason a lot of things happen is because the Master in Fallout 1 was dipping multiple people into FEV at once to try to make it go as quickly as possible. So I don't know. There's just a lot of speculation, and there's too many questions to start next season. And that I know what's going to happen is that we're going to go, oh, I forgot about that. And I don't think that's good for your show.
The first season had such
I want this to do well.
Yeah. The first season had such a streamlined story. Like she had to go find her dad. Right. That was it. Although that's sort of what the second season was, except there's a lot of detours. This is more like the game. Like you just sort of not do the main story. That's what they did. That's what they did in this season.
Is that why I'm so unsatisfied? Because that's why it takes me... Like, I didn't beat Fallout 2 for, 20 years.
I had to do every single side.
I would do everything else. I would do all this other stuff, and then I would stop playing. And then one day I finally said, okay, I'm going to do this stuff. I'm not going to do all these... Because you can play Fallout 2 there's so much stuff, so many places to go that you don't have to go. And I'm like, okay, I'm just going to go beat the game.
Yep.
And I did. And I was like, great. Now I can say I've beaten it.
Fair.
So hopefully that doesn't happen with the next season or any future where we just get sidetracked so much that, there's no conclusion.
Yeah.
So do you have any final thoughts, Eric? What do you think? Where would you rate this show?
I think it's a solid 8. I enjoyed it a lot. I think it looked good. The acting was great. The storylines were pretty good. If it didn't necessarily move too much forward, I still liked the relationships that were built. I really liked the flashbacks. Like I really liked the flashbacks a lot. Especially seeing Coop devolve and then sort of pick himself back up again. I like that whole sequence with Barb and her feeling the weight of everything at Vault-Tec. I like seeing Michael Emerson again in the flashbacks. I'm going to talk about the flashbacks for a long time.
Oh, God, everybody loves Michael Emerson.
I love him so much. I also love Lost. So, yeah, I think it was a solid 8. I'll watch this again. It was hard because I just come off of Monarch, and Monarch is a solid 9, if not higher.
Monarch Legacy Monsters. Yeah, maybe we should do a podcast about that.
I want to talk about that because that's going to come out weekly, and I'm debating doing a weekly on that because right now it's really good watching.
Man, I feel insulted that Monarch would be a weekly watch, but it wouldn't be.
Well, Fallout came out at Christmas. They chose their doom on that. I would have done a weekly if this was, at a more better time, more better. Monarch I really enjoyed. I didn't think that they'd show Godzilla in the first or second episode. Like that was wild for me.
He was in the first season twice, I think.
I haven't finished it yet, so
I might be wrong.
Maybe. I don't know. We'll find out when I finish it. Maybe tonight. Other than that, looking forward to it. I like the idea that they're going to Colorado because I don't know Colorado much from the games because I didn't play Tactics.
There's basically nothing there for like official stuff for people to worry about.
Yeah.
But I do recommend, I mean, as I said last time we did a Fallout podcast, go play Fallout 1 and 2. They're really good.
I've heard.
Go get go get the unofficial patches that make them even play. You can get Fallout A2 and play all of Fallout 1 in Fallout 2, so it's slightly better. It's like playing Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes. So you get all the benefits of Metal Gear Solid 2, but you get the story of 1. There's lots of great things, and they've been given away 1,000,000 times.
They're on sale right now. Again.
Like, I don't know. How would you not already own them? You'd have to be buying your first computer now. And they're wonderful games. They're written really well. They're a lot of fun, and you can basically play them on your phone at this point as well. I think people do.
Yeah, I like that though.
My final thoughts are that I did enjoy this season. The funny thing is, I'd still give it an 8. Is we're on the same page. Yeah. I'm just the negativity only goes so far for me. You know what I mean? Like I want more. It's an 8, but like I want more.
Yeah,
which is why I'm upset.
Exactly, that's fine.
Because I don't want it. What I'm worried about is this turning into Game of Thrones, where it's too much.
As long as
and the needle barely moves every season.
As long as they keep the spirit of Fallout, I don't think I'll be disappointed. Like if it goes off the rails is where I'm going to be like, you're turning to Game of Thrones, aren't you? Like that's.
Well, at least Game of Thrones killed people off. Nobody's died. Somebody lost an arm.
Yeah.
Like where are the stakes?
That's fair.
It's Fallout. Life is cheap in the wasteland.
Yeah, and like even the secondary characters we haven't really.
Quintus didn't even fucking die, man.
Yeah. How did he miss so many shots? I don't know.
I don't know. But nobody basically died, including Kyle. Like, I get it. You like working with Kyle MacLachlan. He's great. I don't think he's gonna come back next season. Do you think? I have no idea.
I don't. They spent They spent so much money on his de-aging that they couldn't.
Which I have problems with that too. Because everyone else is cast younger. Why isn't he?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Well, it is the nuclear wasteland. So it is not. That's the thing about Fallout. There's no happy endings.
Nope.
So thanks for joining us, another Geeks with Kids. We'll catch you probably not next week. I'm thinking 2 weeks, Eric. We need a break. We've done 3 in a row.
So in 2 weeks, we're gonna have Monarch season 2.
Well, there you go. You heard it here first. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for hanging out in chat, Harcroft. We'll catch you next time.
And all the other people on YouTube that I had to mute
because they're bots. Yeah.
Yeah. Or spammy people. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll talk to you soon. Have a good one. Goodbye. Well, that's it for us this week on Geeks with Kids. If you want to get a hold of us, you can send us an email at podcast@geekswithkids.ca. And don't forget to like us on Facebook at facebook.com/geekswithkids. Follow us on Twitter at geekswithkidscn. Check out our pics on Instagram at geekswithkids. And you can find all of this good stuff on our website at www.geekswithkids.ca. So if you like what you hear, why don't you hit that subscribe button and leave us a comment. This podcast can be found on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, Stitcher, YouTube, and your favorite podcasting app. Thanks again for listening, and we'll see you next time.